Well, I be damned. It is the McCrazy Talk Podcast.
What?
Season 1, Episode
7.
And we said we'd only do 7 if we had a certain amount of listeners.
That's it, yeah.
Thanks to all 5 of you guys.
That's right. We just want as many episodes as we have listeners. If we can grow one every episode, then we're on to something.
Problem is we lost 3 on episode 4.
I know. Trying to get those back. By the way, my name is Mark McCrazy.
I'm Indy B.
DJ Menace.
Call this the McCrazy Talk Podcast. We're a longtime morning team. We decided to do a podcast talking about the stupid-ass news stories that you miss because the news cycle lately is filled with politics and all kind of drama that is just, oh my God.
Sharpies on weather maps.
Yeah. So ridiculous.
We won't be talking about that, though.
No.
In today's podcast, we'll be talking about other things, like if a middle schooler says they cooked you something, say no thank you, especially if you are a teacher.
Uh-oh.
How does a dog order almost $100 worth of porn? And let me tell you, we've seen it before. Jesus' face on toast, the Virgin Mary's likeness on a pancake. Well, guess whose face just showed up on some guy's pork chop? All this in today's podcast.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, let's see here. Where do we start right now? Actually, you know what? We'll start with this one story. I want to make sure that everybody understands that unwanted penis pics and vagina videos are now a crime in Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang it. I got to go through my phone.
This says unwanted.
Oh.
Right.
Now, if the receiver wants it.
Yeah, if they ask for it.
Yeah. Or they're like, But if they go, ugh, then you could be in a lot of trouble. New Texas law banning so-called cyber flashing. Matter of fact, it's a Class C misdemeanor with a fine up to $500 if the person who received it hasn't given consent.
They throw dudes in there just for a technicality. This is really all about dick pics. This is not about dudes getting vagina pics and complaining.
I know.
Absolutely. And y'all are quick to send it unwanted. Like, I don't.
But let me put it to you one way, though, Menace. If there was, you know who I'm talking about. There's those chicks out there. If all of a sudden you open up your phone and you're like, what kind of sea monster is that? You may be offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not calling the cops. It happens enough to women to call the cops.
Right, exactly. I got you.
I'll be like, what is
this?
Ladies, here's a piece of advice from DJ Menace.
Free game.
Don't close up. No close-ups.
Yeah.
All right? It's not pretty close-up. It's just not. It's just not.
As pretty as you think yours is, it's not.
6 feet.
It's not. 6 feet.
Maximum,
right.
Where it's still blurry even if you try to zoom in.
It's like, I kind of see it. But
you see the knuckle. We don't want to see anything
Right,
else.
Exactly. Oh, boy, this Popeye's chicken sandwich is still in the headlines.
Yes, it is.
God, bro.
This Tennessee man is suing Popeyes because they ran out of the new chicken sandwich. He says false advertising, deceptive business practices. He needs $5,000 to make it all better.
Wow.
Some people are calling that a little bit of an overreaction.
I had one. Finally got one.
And are you addicted now?
No. It was okay. Chick-fil-A still kicking that ass. Chick-fil-A destroying.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, even though that $5,000 suing may seem like extreme, how about this?
The Popeyes chicken sandwich craze may have gotten a little out of hand. Police are still looking for a man they say pulled a gun on a Popeyes worker because they were out of the chicken sandwich. It happened at the location on Scott Street and Corder around 9 o'clock last night in southeast Houston. Police say the man pulled a pistol on the manager and demanded a chicken sandwich. The manager said they were out of them. The group then left in a blue SUV. No one was hurt.
They had a baby in the car.
They did?
Now, one of them, either your mama or your dad, took you on a mission to Popeyes, stuck up the joint with you in the car. You got no chance.
But my point is that they told him they were out of sandwiches.
Yes.
He pulls the gun on him and said, well, find a sandwich. And
find a sandwich.
I don't have it. Like he's going, okay, guys, make this guy a sandwich. Like they got a whole bunch that they're not.
Right. We've been trying to hold out.
This whole craze is going down in history. We're going to be telling this story to our grandchildren. Watch.
You just throw one more shout out to Chick-fil-A. They came back hard.
But think about it.
Chick-fil-A has mac and cheese now.
Oh, yeah.
They announced that to everybody, just so you know.
Wow. Yeah, the chicken wars are on and popping.
On and popping.
Maybe it's all just bad for us anyway, all this fast food, because a teenager in the UK hated vegetables and his parents didn't make him eat them. So he went years only eating fries, chips, and other junk food. Now he's partially blind because a lack of nutrients damaged his optic nerves.
This sounds like something your parents tell you. Don't eat that all day because you'll go blind.
You go blind.
They told me I'd
Well-
go blind for some other reason, but I ain't going to talk about it.
Now look
He's
at
a
that.
child. It's their fault. You know,
I'm
he's
fine,
the one
Mark.
buying the food.
20/20 vision.
It only increased through time, and I'm doing fine.
That's gross.
It had the reverse effect.
That's gross.
Oh, boy. I mean, you can lean your socks up against the wall, but look at your eyesight.
I have the best. I never have to iron my socks.
Ew.
So how about this? Two pastors' wives in West Virginia got into an argument at the church. Yep, it ended up with one of them pulling out a gun. Lady went back to her car, got her gun, fired one shot. Pow! Fortunately, nobody was hurt. What were they arguing about? Apparently, one of the pastor's wives got upset over a T-shirt the other one was wearing. West Virginia on the
T-shirt
program.
say?
I don't know.
I need to know about this T-shirt.
Dale Earnhart, why dare you wear that damn shirt around here? It's Jeff Gordon in our church.
Well, I'll shoot you.
Over a shirt.
You don't take that damn Dale Earnhardt shirt off. It's going to be a problem. West Virginia on the program, everybody.
Yes.
Virginia.
Which is a shame because it looks like such a beautiful place.
Oh, let me tell you, there's a lot of Billies in those hills.
Apparently.
Have you been to West Virginia?
I've been
driven through.
I love that whole area. The what are the Appalachian Mountains over there and all that stuff. But man, yeah.
I've driven through too, in the daylight at 70 miles an hour with a full tank of gas. Listen, they can't repo your car if it's in several different places. This guy says, oh, they're going to repo my car? I got something for y'all ass. I'm taking this car apart and I'm selling the parts. He took his truck apart, part by part, and sold it.
Genius.
That was smart.
Well, not really, because I'm doing the story, Indy, so it really didn't work out so well.
Smarter than that dude who jumps up on the back of the tow truck and tries to drive their car off. You ever seen someone do some stupid
Yeah.
shit
I
like
have
that?
seen that, yes.
Yeah.
Tear up their car.
Yeah, man.
Hear about this 80-year-old woman in Jersey. She fell asleep in her car in her driveway, and when she woke up several hours later, she was there, the driver was there, but the car was gone.
I heard about that. That's sad, Mark. That's not
How, Sway? What happened?
Apparently, somebody had taken her out of her car and stolen it without waking her up.
left her right there in the driveway. But she was old and confused. That's not nice. She was 85, right?
Yeah.
That's
All I know is that I was minding my own business. I was in my car. It's a 95 Crown Victoria, and then when I woke up, I was in the grass.
That's a shame.
At least he handled Grandma very nice, and obviously he was delicate with her, or she would have woke up.
Well,
No, I think she woke up bruised.
She had a bruise on her face, but their skin is like paper mache when you get that old.
And he might have sneezed, and she got a bruise on her
Hey, that's
face.
not my point.
He could have put her in the house.
He's
He had her keys. He could have put her in the
Just
house.
lay her down and tuck her in.
Make her some porridge.
Yeah. Hot cup of tea.
So this lady goes to the mechanic shop. She says, listen, my seat is stuck in this position. I can't move the seat back at all. I don't know it won't move forward either. I don't know what the problem is. Can you guys look at it?
Oh, God.
Normally we look at the engines, but bring it in here. Let's see. And the guy goes, we found the problem. That big long black dong that was in your back seat, I guess it made it in between the gears. See, you got a love toy stuck in there. Oh, well, did you get it out? No, we didn't do that.
Oh, we're not touching that.
Yeah, we're not touching that. We're just going to tell you where it is. You got an 8-foot monster in your back seat. You just pull it out. It's wedged in there, and then your seat will work.
She didn't notice it was missing. I would have noticed mine was.
She got a whole bunch in the house.
You might need some jelly or some kind of something to get it out.
Loosen it up.
I'm sure you got some handy somewhere. Oh, boy. Did you hear about this woman? She got a DNA test. Finds out that she's 100% related to her husband.
Oh,
I
my
saw
God.
that. That's awful.
Yeah, she got one of them DNA tests, and then all of a sudden she got a notification in her email. Bink, we found a cousin of yours. Wow. He's in the living room.
He's got the same address.
Isn't it her I thought they were brother and sister.
First cousins.
First cousins.
He's on your couch.
Now, where's the line? Third cousin, fourth cousin, fifth cousin?
Cousin. Any cousin.
Word. Cousin. There's so many people. There's a billion people in the world, Indy. Pick one that ain't got your bloodline in it.
Fifth cousin is not really your cousin. That's
maybe
not your cousin.
Through marriage, maybe not.
It's still like, why?
Yeah, I know,
There's
right?
a lot of options.
But what if
there.
you met and you didn't know you were cousins and you found out later?
It depends on what part of the country that you're in.
True that.
Right.
True that.
I'm staying with my fifth cousin if he's my.
It's a little
the love of my life.
Kentucky if you do that, Indy. Well, you know, listen. You never guess what this lady brought aboard an American Airlines flight. I was on a flight once, and this lady brought this fish on there, and she jacked up the whole plane. You selfish
Why
asshole.
would they let her do that?
No, that's not what this lady brought.
Right.
She brought a miniature horse on the plane.
Oh,
Because,
those are legal now.
yeah, it's a service animal.
What a
There's this
joke.
damn horse
What a joke.
in coach, mind you.
I'm sorry. If you bring your horse on the plane, that's just for attention. That is not a, what do you call them? They're supposed to be
Service animal.
No.
A whole horse. Miniature size, but a horse.
You couldn't get a dog
If you're
or a cat.
so scared of flying that you require a horse to
horse.
be
You don't need to fly.
on there with you, just take a bus or a train.
Right, an Uber. Listen, these things are bigger than Great Danes.
Mm-hmm.
You know how big a Great Dane is, right?
Horses smell like horse shit too.
And then there's no room for you and the person next to you, let alone a freaking horse.
You're right though, Andy. Like, how could that possibly be making you feel better? You just want some damn attention.
So the horse is at the bulkhead, which is, you know, that seat where there's a wall in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
But like the lady has the aisle seat, right? So if you're in the middle or the window, especially if you're at the window, you're looking at the back end of that damn horse.
And smelling a horse.
You telling me that horse ain't gonna fart or something in 3 hours?
Right.
That's so.
All because your ass want to go from Baltimore to Houston
Why
with
would
the
they
horse.
legalize that? Why would that be legal? Why?
Because we're too sensitive and scared and PC.
To tell people no, your dumb ass ain't bringing a horse on the plane.
Pretty much. Well, you know, you heard me say this earlier, right? I mean, you know, you seen Jesus' face on toast, the Virgin Mary's likeness on a pancake.
Right.
Guess what this guy found on his pork chop? He says he sees Freddie Mercury's face in his pork chop.
What?
I looked at this. I didn't really see Freddie Mercury.
Let me see.
You see that there?
I mean, I see a dude with a mustache. That could be
That's Randy Watson from Coming to America.
that's Pablo Escobar. That's what I
He did
see.
look a little Pablo-y.
You think so? I still see Randy Watson.
Right, Randy Watson ain't getting the same money though, Mark.
Yeah, you're probably right. Speaking of Randy Watson, Eddie Murphy says he never stopped making music. Oh, please no, Eddie, please. He says, yeah, I still do comedy. I still make music. Now, don't forget that, you know, he did have one song back in the day that people, for some reason...
That was the jam. Don't.
This is the funniest music video I've ever seen.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy had a song called Party All the Time.
You know what? And he can carry a tune. Don't do Eddie like that.
Oh,
he
he can
doesn't have
sing.
he don't have a bad voice.
Have you ever watched that video?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rick James produced that song, and he's all in the video, and everyone is acting like it is the greatest thing they have
They're bobbing their heads and
heard.
biting their bottom lip, and yeah.
Yeah, Rick James has vocals on that. She likes to party all the time. That's Rick.
And did you know that they are starting production on
Yes.
that? Coming to
and
America too.
Everybody is back on board from the original.
Louis Anderson said he's even back in it.
Yep.
As long as it don't have new Eddie Murphy music, we'll be all right.
We'll be perfectly fine as long as there's none of the, you know.
That was the jam.
And it's got to have the twins.
Oh yeah, it's gotta have the
The
twins.
ones where the DJs want to feel their breasts.
They're old now. Them breasts is sagging.
So this North Carolina man claims that he needs his money back from his cable provider because he says it wasn't me. It was my Bichon Frise. My dog ordered all that porn.
Just kept stepping on the remote.
Yeah. North Carolina man claims that his dog named Marino accidentally ordered pay-per-view porn when he got a hold of the remote, leaving him with a hefty bill. The guy is an elderly man. He says, I'm on a fixed income. There's no way I can afford that. Said his dog jumped on his bed, ordered the Hustler channel.
He's trying to get out of paying that bill. That dog did not do that.
Yeah, so what he did was he stepped in the remote, he paged down to Tiny Heinies, he pressed accept,
Yeah, it's a lot of steps involved.
Press view now, and then boom.
I learned as a teenager to order it, handle your business as quick as possible, and then call and say, I didn't mean to order that. That was an accident. It always works.
Wow.
I thought it was something else.
And you're not blind.
I didn't want my mama seeing that on the bill at all.
Right. The man says he relies on Social Security disability payments, and having to pay the $70 for the DirecTV porn would cripple him.
It's either my medicine or this movie.
So I got my damn sciatica pills, or I watch Shiny Heinies Part 5.
Shiny heinies.
Decisions.
Shiny Highness it is.
If some middle schooler offers you food, you know what you say? No, thank you.
I'm good.
Oh, especially if you're a teacher. Come on now, you know better than that. This gross group of 7 juveniles have been charged. The 2 teachers, one a 24-year-old female and a 49-year-old male, so they were subjected to a disgusting cocktail of food. Yeah. Supposedly, they put bodily fluids in crepes and prepared them in the home ec class and offered them to the teachers. What was in there? Oh my gosh, urine, semen inside these crepes. Boys are going to be charged, hopefully as adults. 6 of them are 14, 1 is 15.
That's a felony.
They should make them eat those. Make them again and eat them.
Somebody
Somebody
in jail
else's.
will.
Somebody else's.
Somebody in jail will make them eat
That's
it.
right.
Ew.
Like the PE teacher and the lady that works in the lunchroom with the hair coming out of her chin.
Yes,
Yeah,
her.
that's what you do there.
Ew.
Art is really tricky. I mean, seriously, you can put a booger and a fig Newton in a napkin and call it art. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Well, this one art exhibit has people scratching their head. So visitors to this art exhibition in London, they have to squeeze through this tiny porthole, right, to try to get to the next exhibit. And that's part of the art. And what are they squeezing through? A naked man and a naked woman are just standing there. And there's probably about 2 inches between them. And excuse me, pardon
That's
me.
art. That's lovely.
Pardon me.
What?
Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me.
I wouldn't
So
mind
weird.
squeezing through too.
There's a picture of it.
Oh, they real people.
Yeah, they're real people, Indy. She's butt naked and so is him.
Oh, I thought it was like a mannequin.
No. Those are real people.
I am 100% touching the titties.
The lady walking through is trying not to look.
You're gonna have to brush them. You're gonna have to, because look how.
I'm twerking on him. I'm sorry. I'm gonna twerk. See what I can get out of
Oh
that.
boy. So imagine that you're asleep, and all of a sudden you just hear pots and pans downstairs.
Oh, it's time to grab the weapon.
Right? You go downstairs, and what do you see? You see a man cooking himself, bologna sandwich or whatever. And when excuse me, what are you doing? The guy says, I'm in here fixing something to eat. Go back to bed.
I was trying to be quiet.
He told the owner, go back to sleep. I'm almost done.
That would have shocked me. I'd have been like, "What?
Okay.
Is this my?" I would have looked around and made sure it was my house.
You got free range at that point, too, on how you want to decide to handle that. Do you walk away and call the cops, or do you just start pounding on this?
Yeah.
I've been like,
It
I
is
must
Florida.
be dreaming.
The man ran from the house when the guy said he was calling the cops. He was caught a short time later.
He's on that flocka.
Oh, he was hungry.
I used still a whole roller coaster. Did you hear about this?
What?
Union County Sheriff's Office in Ohio posted photos of a truck that was used to steal a roller coaster ride last week. It was part of a carnival that comes through town. Yep, the Go Gator Carnival ride was reported stolen from the Union County Fairgrounds in Maryville.
That's why I ain't riding nothing at the fair ever again in my life, because this type of stuff is going on.
Well, it's kind of hard to ride a roller coaster that just was on I-30 not too long ago.
Yeah, that's not.
I hope the guy who stole it stole all the parts.
Yeah. So you can't have a boat missing.
No.
This ain't like a Lego set. Did you hear about this one guy who wanted to protect his car? He had a smart car. He parked that bitch right in the kitchen.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah,
I
from
saw
the
that.
storm.
He said he's afraid that his car might blow away. And let me tell you, even in a Cat 2 storm, a smart car is a projectile at that point.
I'm like, how do you get it in the kitchen though? I know it's small. He must
Sliding
have
glass
those
doors.
Yeah, probably sliding
Big
glass
old
doors.
open sliding glass door to the patio or something.
Very
Well,
true.
even the sliding glass doors, can only slide them to one side.
There are
This
different
look-
kinds, though.
Maybe he's got French doors. Open
French
both of them.
doors.
There it is.
French doors.
Yeah, and he's driving that little smart car. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
we figured it out. French
doors.
doors. So a judge bans a guy from driving. Yup, in Canada. He's a drunk driver, says you can't drive for a whole year. You're done, right? Well, the guy violated that ban in 5 minutes because he walked right out of that courthouse and got into a car and drove off, but a cop saw him and
How was he going to get home?
Uber.
He had to get his car home.
But the judge said don't. Well, guess
He's
what?
like,
Now,
well, after I get it home, then I won't drive no more.
now the car ain't home and neither is he. How about that?
This is when I call you and say, Indy, can you have someone drop you off over here so you can drive my car?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
he's stupid, obviously.
Clearly, someone followed him out.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
Somebody.
judge was like, hey, make sure he doesn't go get in the car.
Just keep an eye on him. So you two guys, you guys have something that I don't have, and it says that you guys are going to be more reckless and impulsive just because you have this and I don't.
I mean, it sounds right already. Let's go.
Do you know what it is that you two possess that I don't?
I know,
What?
because I saw this. Tattoos.
That's exactly right. People with tattoos, they say, are more impulsive and reckless.
That's a lie.
That makes total sense.
It applies to him, not to me.
Well, how many tattoos you have, Menace? Oh my gosh, you lost count.
Like 15, 16.
Indy, how many you have?
I have 3.
You have 3.
But, Indy, I would say you're more impulsive and reckless than Mark.
Yeah. Well, no.
Indy.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I done seen you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just own it, Indy. Just own it.
Okay, I guess.
And patience, which, from what I'm told, I'm kind of thin on at times.
Very.
Do you think I'm thin on patience?
Yes, you are.
Dickhead.
Yes, you are.
Apparently, I call everybody when I'm driving a dickhead, according to Indy. I don't see it, but I guess, it's kind of hard to look at yourself in the mirror.
I know you're conscious of it now, so you probably don't do it as much anymore.
No, I've changed
You're
He's a changed man.
to fuck boy. That's my new one.
Even if it's a woman.
That's right. Fuck boy. Well, it says we have less patience today now more than ever.
Of course.
And there is a certain amount of time we're willing to wait for certain things. I'd like to go through the list and see if you guys can guess any of these.
Okay.
How long are people willing to wait for a website to load?
10 seconds.
15.
16 seconds. Waiting for a movie or TV show to start streaming before you start to lose your shit.
The same difference.
About 30 seconds.
22 seconds. Traffic light to change?
2 minutes.
About 30 seconds.
25 seconds.
Damn. What do you think? What?
Waiting for your luggage to show up after a flight before you start getting a little pissed.
5 minutes tops.
Yeah, about 5. No, 3 minutes.
Says 13 minutes.
Oh.
When I'm off the plane, I want to go. I hate airports so much.
I feel you on that, and that's why everybody is trying to cram their shit in the overhead bin because they don't want to do the baggage claim thing. I've waited before 35 minutes for my bags. Waiting for somebody to respond to an important email.
I give you a little bit of time. A few
20
minutes.
20.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes.
Says 90 minutes you're willing to wait. And here's one of my favorites.
You ain't, though.
Huh?
You want a pretty quick response.
If I want a really quick response, I'll send you a text.
Like, please, you reply yes when you receive this.
Yeah, if I send you a text, I want to reply back, especially if I know your phone is always in your fucking hand. Give me that bullshit. Reply to me. Waiting for food to arrive at a restaurant is what I was going to say. That'll be the last one.
Oh, 25 minutes.
For your food at a restaurant?
Yeah.
15.
15 minutes. 15 minutes. That's how long we're willing to wait. So there
Before
it
we start losing our shit.
is. Before I start,
Looking around.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
what's
what's
going
taking
on?
so
Yeah.
damn long? Now, if it's a breakfast place, I think it's more like 10 or 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, how long does it take to make some fucking eggs?
They cook themselves. See, there he is. There he is.
Right on time.
Right on time.
Dickheads.
All right, it's the McCrazy Talk Podcast. Don't forget that you can check us out on all major platforms. That would be Spotify. That would be iTunes. You can actually see us on YouTube as well.
What?
You can see Indy in this sexually attractive
I'm
white
going to
dress.
a partay.
All right, now, y'all be good.
Hey.